Okay, hello, good morning. Uh, I have come with the new chapter of class 12. The title of the story is Half Closed Eyes of Buddha and the Slowly Sinking Sun. The Half Closed Eyes of the Buddha and the Slowly Sinking Sun is a story written by Nepali writer Shankar Lamitsane, and it is translated by Michael Hogg. This story deals with the monologues of two characters, a foreign tourist and a tourist guide in Kathmandu Valley. This story is different from the traditional one because there are no actions and or events. The story records the thoughts of the two characters. It begins with the recording of the tourist first and the guide's thoughts are recorded later. The title of the story shows the peace and beauty reflected by the image of the Lord Buddha and the beauty of the country and the knowledge of Buddhism, which is sinking slowly. This story differs in the sense the characters' internal thoughts, feelings, and their ideas are recorded in the form of the story, right? The eyes of the Buddhas are the eyes of Nepalese people, the eyes of mountains, and the eyes of the nature of Nepal, right? Sinking sun refers to the darkness and lack of knowledge of peace in Buddhism. The Westerners feel happy and get delighted the moment they set their feet upon the soil of Nepal. But the guide does not know about the joys of the Westerners. The Westerners see this green valley and its earthen houses of red, yellow, and white colors. They have the scent of soil and mountains in the air. They have good sign when they come in the air through the flight. The tourist guide is born in this beautiful country and does not know about it. The Westerners live in the plains or beside the sea, but the guide has seen all these beauties from his birth, so he does not care. So he does not know about the beauty of the nature, beauty of Buddhist ideas, beauty of the temple, and beauties of other things, right? The guide does not get attracted by the half closed eyes of the Buddha. Nepal is a place of calmness, beauty, and resting place. That is what the Westerners, the tourists, realized. Nepal has given to the West many things like religions, the Puranas, images of brass and ornaments of ivory, manuscripts of palm leaves, and inscriptions on the copper plate. Nepal has given the Westerners a civilization, its wisdom, garlands of jasmine flowers around their necks. So, Nepal has given a lot of things to the Westerners in comparison to the ideas of receiving from the West in the field of knowledge, in the field of civilization, culture, and custom and systems, right? The guide does not know the history of his country except the streets and alleys to guide him. That means the guide has no knowledge about the history of his own country. But the tourist knows Nepalese history because he has spent many years, several years in the Western libraries, and he has studied a lot about the country Nepal. He can take the guide in the ancient ways of life, and he can teach many things about the ancient ideas of the country. The tourist knows that there was water in the valley, and the lotus flower bloomed in Swayambhunath. Where the Swayambhunath temple is there, it was water, and lotus flower was there in the past. That is what he has studied and known from the book. The tourist says that Manjushri made the water pass from so far. That is the history the tourist has learned. The tourist sees monks and the nuns receiving alms. The monks have 7 heads and their gaze is a samyak gaze. This is what the Buddhist idea the tourist has observed. Samyak gaze means this gaze is a perception, understanding, pure gaze, pure look, and without contamination. It is no just contaminated idea there found in the just minds of the monks. The guide lives in a house like a temple, and a guide does not know its beauty and its enchantment, right? this country. Nepal itself is like a temple, and so beautiful place where the guide lives, but he does not know its beauty, because from the time of his birth he has seen the mountains, valleys, images of the temples, images of different mountains and valleys, and then see the forest, and he doesn't care about it. There are wooden images made by the young artist that he has made in his spare time. That means the artist is not professional artist. He has made that images only in his free time. The artist's wife came to him with a baby on her back and poured the wine from a jug. Means very common woman just came, the wife of the artist, with the baby on her back, and she poured the wine even from a jog. The artist was not a professional one. The tourist explains that Nepal is truly a great country where so many different cultures are found. Cultures are found, customs are found. Aryan, non-Aryans, Hindus and Buddhists all came and gained rebirth in Nepal in tourist opinion. It means Nepal is a country where Aryans, non-Aryans, Hindus, Buddhists and different types of people live, and they are living in a harmony and peace, which is not found in the Western cultures. Various cultures and people live in harmony in Nepal. It is surprising for the tourist. The tourist has got Nepali and Newari food and momos, so he is thankful to the guide to get such things, such food items. He has found that the old man lives in the upper story of his house in winter. He has visited in Kathmandu uh, villages, Kathmandu houses, and he has found that old man is living in upstairs, and then in winter, and his house is with full of smoke, and the old man tells his grandson about the history of Nepal and Brikuti, Saint Tibet by King Angshubarma. Angshubarma. Old man is teaching how the Brikuti of Nepal was sent to Tibet by King Angshubarma. And see, the old lady is there. She smokes tobacco from a bamboo hookah. The son's wife puts some of the momos to the old man onto a brass plate. It is very hot momo, and he eats that momo, and his tongue is burned. The old man eats hot momos and scolds, and the grandson laughs. This is a different culture that the tourist has found. These scenes are not found in the libraries. And Kathmandu is the library for to read the books. It is itself the library. Kathmandu itself is a library for the study, for the knowledge, right? That is what the writer has realized, right? And then the smile of Nepalese is not found in the books, right? See, they they have pure smiles in the smile of the soul. Their smile is full of wisdom, and the smile of brothers and fathers and sons. This is very good smile, friendly smile, pure smile, loving smile. These sort of things are found by the tourist. Then there are the eyes of the windows, eyes of the Himalaya, eyes of the stupas, that is stupas of Buddha, in the eyes of the land, guarded by the half-closed eyes of the Lord Buddha. So tourists find everywhere the images of Buddha, concept of just peace, love, and okay, pure thought and pure eyes. The Nepalese eyes are the pure and true eyes of peace and love. The tourist says that even if the world's history books are destroyed, the culture, customs, behaviors, and nature can reassemble the civilization. Means even if all the history books of civilizations are destroyed, new culture, new civilization can be formed, can be made by the custom, culture, and behaviors of Nepalese society. He sees the pleasant light of sunset reflected in the eyes of Buddha. The beautiful and unforgettable memory would be with him about the pure eyes of Buddha when he goes back. That is what he wants to take. Then the next day, the guide took him in the village areas and showed the pure and real scene of rural life. It was different from what the tourist had found. The Guide displayed the child is helpless, being helpless there in the village, pitiable and motionless, and the mother was in a troublesome position. The guide gave different visions now, in the eyes to the people, eyes of the people to the guide, to the tourist, and the eyes surrounded by mountains. There are different eyes, all right, eyes. There are the eyes that welcome the tourist, and these eyes hide the end of life. These eyes are the beautiful is the setting sun's reflection in the eyes of the Buddha, right? In short, this story is the story of glorification of the country, beauty of the country, right? It is the appreciation, praise, and sketching of real natural beauty of country. It is the reflection of the ideas of Buddha, peace, love, and glamour means attraction of the nation. This story has revealed the true nature of Nepalese people, and it has even said that the tourists have more knowledge about the country than the tourist guide, and it has advised that the Nepalese to read about the history of the country and identify the country well, like the tourists. So, lack of knowledge of the tourist guide about his own country, about his own history, about his own past is the weakness of Nepalese society. The tourists read a lot and then they come and they know about the country's history. They know about Angsu Burma. They know about Brikuti. They know about Stupa. They know about Kastamandab of Kathmandu. They know about the lake. There was water in the Kathmandu Valley, and they know that Sobar was the place by from where Manjusri made the water go out and the civilization and the society started to live here. So tourist has found this country, this valley itself as a book, as a library. So the tourist has come here not just for entertainment, but for the knowledge, but for study, visiting in Nepal, meeting with the people, and knowing the culture and custom and system of country is almost learning and getting knowledge and information. That is what he has reflected in the story. So it is meaningful and useful for the readers. Please read it, get the slides, and even write those ideas which I have not made in the slides. Thank you.